I just want to say before this video starts, I don't have anything against the CW or anything about it. I actually love watching Supergirl, hence why I watched this. Now, while watching this, however, I found my apparent distaste for literally every other character other than Supergirl and Alex. Going into the crossover, I already knew that Supergirl wasn't going to get much screen time because that's their most popular one. They're going to try to shine light on their less popular, worse, TV shows. Basically, if you don't know what Elseworlds is, it is a mashup between The Flash, Green Arrow or Arrow, and Supergirl. Basically what happens is that Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow, wakes up in Barry Allen, the fastest man alive's body. And they have to go and figure out what is going on with reality. Turns out that a god actually gave this guy, that's a scientist, a book, and now he's changing a bunch of stuff. Supergirl doesn't really have anything to do with it, she's just there because... I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, she's just there. Anyways, long story short, they go find Superman, a whole bunch of stuff happens, bad guys lose in the end, good guys win. I had nothing against the crossover. I think it's a brilliant idea to bring together superheroes. It's said no one ever. While I was watching it, I felt like the writers were trying to slap me in the face with funny. And to be honest, when someone slaps me in the face, I don't find it funny at all. If they try to slap me in the face with humor, I find it less funny. I don't understand. Apparently, one of the Flash's abilities is to literally stop time. We see that when Oliver is about to wake up Amazo in the little chamber lab thing. He's getting shot out, he freezes time because he's the Flash now. Shocker! And he just moves, he gets out, he's fine. Remember that. That's gonna come in later, okay? We're gonna have a test at the end and you need to remember everything. Now I feel like in order to enjoy this crossover, you need to know everything about everybody in order to actually enjoy it. Which is unfortunate, because I only watch one of the shows out of 3, so I would only know 1/3 of the entire story. You know what? I never understood the Flash either. If he's so fast, why can't he just, like, travel around the world and, like, kill all the bad guys, right? Then they trigger this robo guy called Amazo.
Amazo. Sometimes these things just fall into your lap.
And we have the quirky little side characters that are very smart in there, because apparently every single show has that. We have this guy for Arrow, we have this guy for The Flash, and then we have Brainy from Supergirl. Basically, at about the end of the episode, they fight the big Amazo robot. Superman's here now, because don't we all love Superman? So Superman hasn't really been doing anything in Supergirl, and so why not bring him into the crossover? We also have this Lois Lane, who I think is called Lewis because I cannot say names correctly. And basically Amazo copies any power of a... I don't even know what they're called. I think that the Flash refers to them as metahumans. I think that Supergirl, they're literally aliens. And I think that Hawkeye over here is legitimately just training. So I guess he downloaded training into his memory. So as Hawkeye is running him throughout the city with his newfound powers and everything, causing a bunch of destruction, Superman and Supergirl make a barricade. And by barricade, I mean they literally just stand side by side. Hawkeye over here runs right past them, and basically, Supergirl just, like, you know when that one kid, the one jerk at school, like, put out his foot and tripped that kid that was running? That's basically what Supergirl did to this military-grade robot. Long story short, they kill it, and then they're like, Superman, thank you, bud, we couldn't have done without your help, and he did nothing. I guess that they want to put Superman in there more, but to be honest, I would much rather see girls in tights. I don't know, something about the guys in this series, like, whenever I see Hawkeye in the Flash costume, I can't help but just see his legs. His legs are, like, so funny. Like, if everything is spandex, except for your groin, that's weird, right? It's not just me? Oh, and did I forget to mention that throughout this entire series, Hawkeye over here and the Flash, they are trying to be more like each other to accomplish their powers, or whatever the heck it is. I don't know. Hawkeye's trying to be more happy to make the Flash run faster or something, then Barry Allen's like, I gotta be dark and dead. Whoa, I'm Batman. Dare I say, Batman? Long story short, Hawkeye is actually wanted in Gotham City, which is where they are now. The way that this moves is sort of like the camping trips in Harry Potter. I don't know how they got there, but they're just camping. They just sit there and they do whatever. I don't know how they got there. They just are there. So, they go to prison, and then they get out of prison because someone bailed them out. They go to this old-timey house, and they meet this chick. Now, chick, she looks pretty aight. She looks like Alex's new lover. She's cousins with Batman. Now, they go to find the doctor guy that I mentioned before. They go in undercover. So this guy over here, which I'm presuming is from Arrow, and the Hawkeye guy, are now in the presence of this doctor guy. Keep in mind that Hawkeye here still has the Flash's power. So evil guy does his little monologue speech, how he's gonna make something greater in the world or whatever. Then he, like, throws, like, an electric ball at our superheroes, and then he makes a run for it. Now, the guy that doesn't have super speed chases after him, but the guy that has super speed stays put. I just want to say, if you have super speed, and you're in a foot race with your enemy that you're trying to catch, where if you catch him and lock him up, he's powerless without the book, I think you would win. I don't know, but I think if the fastest man alive caught up with some 50-year-old scientist man that never gets out of the house because he's too busy eating Cheeto Puffs, then I think you would win. So, lo and behold, oh no, he got away! How could we let this happen? Oh no! Oh, and did I mention that the evil scientist guy also hit a button under his desk that set the entire prison on emergency? And you wanna know what that did, children? You wanna know what that did? It opened up all the prisoners' cells, because ain't that a convenient one, folks? You don't know what it is, guys? This is my favorite scene from this episode.
Finally, the inmates are running the asylum. Not for long.
Dude, I just love it. I love it. I can't get over the fact that someone out there is letting people write stuff like this. Pan to the camera. Deadpool mode. Break the fourth wall. So the prisoners are escaping and stuff. Basically, Hawkeye realizes that he has super speed again, and he speedy fast runs around all of the inmates and goes and delivers them back into their cells. Oh, and by the way, you know the cousin that looks like Alex's new lover? Yeah, she's here, but she's in a mask now, obviously, because that's convenient. So it turns out that she's Batwoman. You know, no one could have guessed that. And she Jurassic Park smashes the top of the car. I love the genuine reaction of the guy that's in the driver's seat of the car. Just watch, it's golden. So, after Batwoman goes and kills the guy in the car for being a horrible actor, she looks over to the staircase. Now, this guy is creepy stealthily going up the stairs, and I mean stealthily as heck, you know? I mean, he's literally, give him an award. That's the best creeping upstairs I've ever seen. I genuinely don't want to watch Arrow or The Flash now. And that's that we're not even on the finale of this crossover event. We're only on the second episode of it. Everyone's happy at the end. They go and meet Batwoman at the edge of the city thing. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh yeah, see you later, Batwoman, and they all start walking away. Except for Supergirl. Kara stays. So basically, they have a cute little monologue thing. I enjoy it. I don't know why.
I don't do tearful goodbyes.
No, I just want to wish you luck. Wherever your cousin is, I'm sure he's really proud of you. X-ray vision. You really do have a lot of tattoos.
And somehow I feel like Kara Danvers doesn't have a single one.
You know, it's such a shame I have to go, because I feel like we would make a good team.
World's finest.
Even though Kara and Batwoman are hitting it off, episode's not over. Remember that guy that got away? Turns out, he Zappy Towns them into another portal. And now the evil guy is Superman, but in black clothing. Anyways, Batman goes to his lair after having an encounter with Hawkeye and Barry, and he basically throws a hissy fit. Turns out that he actually has Kara trapped in his little isolation chamber thing. She can't use her powers because plot convenience. The doctor guy leaves then, and then Alex is there to watch over her. So, we cut away, something else happens, it's not important. Supergirl basically has to convince her sister, that she is from a different world, and that they know each other, and she's not just some weird alien freak. All you have to say, if your sister ever forgets who you are, just go, "You're gay, boy." Alex lets her out. Can we make a show specialized around Alex Danvers, by the way? Because I think that seeing her more would make me genuinely a happier person. Essentially, Supergirl gets a book, she can't control it, so she's like, oh, let me go to Superman. Maybe he can control it, because obviously, everything about this says that, oh, Superman can control it, even though an entirely dedicated episode of Supergirl went to saying how much stronger Kara is than Kal-El. But okay, it must be me. Once outside and given the book to Superman, everything goes back to normal. We get the swirly little Disney effects around Kara, and her hair changes, dude. Her hair changes. Then, somehow, the evil Superman doctor guy gets a hold of the Flash. Hawkeye, being the emo guy that he is, he points a kryptonite-tipped arrow at Superman. Now, I was watching this with my dad, and we both agreed, just shoot the Flash too, he's useless. Remember back in the beginning of this when I said that literally Hawkeye here used his powers that he just found out that he had and how to control them to literally slow down time to the point where he can move anywhere? Can't Hawkeye fire an arrow? The Flash turns that thing on, walks out from under the guy's arms, and then, like, bullseye? Like, isn't that how that works? And the phasing thing, isn't the phasing thing that they covered very briefly in there? Couldn't you just phase out of Superman?
You're gonna have to phase us out of here. What? Phasing? That's when I vibrate at the frequency of air, causing all the cells in my body to get so excited I can pass through solid objects. Right.
Man's arms. He doesn't shoot because he's a baby. Superman goes and takes the book out of real Superman's hands. Now he's walking around the city, like, destroying everything with knowledge. And basically, Hawkeye's like, give me a second, I gotta go talk with someone. So he goes to meet the god. Hawkeye goes, meets the god, leaves the god after a big talking of strong emotional words. Basically, there's a showdown between Superman and evil doctor guy Superman. Lois is there as well. She has a hammer now. I don't even remember how, but somehow Lois gets thrown up into the air. And so, the world is slowing down because everyone's going so fast. Kara's, like, dying, and the Flash is dying. I'm only sad to see one of them go. Can you guess who? Everything's in slow motion, as one should be in an epic moment. However, Hawkeye over here just starts walking on, casually meandering through, and just like, yeah, Black Widow would be proud of me, and, like, he fires his arrow. Long story short, she gets the guy. I thought that Superman was gonna pick the world over Lois, because they foreshadowed something like that in an episode of Supergirl, but okay.
To think that if it came down to a choice between Lois and the world, but I don't think I could.
Supergirl doesn't start back till January 20th. Are we ever gonna get to Nia Null's thing? I don't care about Barry Allen. I don't care about Oliver Queen. I don't care about any of them. Batwoman's pretty aight because apparently she's got a lot of tattoos, if you know what I mean. Anyways, yeah, I just sat down for 40 minutes and talked about an hour show. Hey, why don't I become a show on the CW? Dude, I could entertain so many people for an hour. Like, I mean, if Hawkeye can do it or if the Flash can do it, I can do it. So yeah, that's my 40-minute rant on the CW's Elseworlds. Hopefully I'll never have to make something like this again. Anyways, everybody, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I know that I did. And as always, remember, join the village today. We don't have crappy crossovers. Away!